Hi everyone, this is Yana, and today I'm sharing a one-layer front and back stamped holiday card, or I should say cards, as I'll be showing two options in this video. I have a few supplies from Hero Arts that I will be using today. First are these woodblock rubber stamps. I have a reindeer and a holiday tree. Both have very similar texture, so they should go well together. I also have this clear stamp set with some really nice sentiments. The one that I plan to use is the Winter Wonderland. I also want to use the little snowflake and the ornament from this set. Next is the Hero Arts craft paper, and of course, nothing looks better on craft than white. Here I have the Unicorn White pigment ink from Hero Arts. Now I'm also going to use a second color, of which I'll talk about later. I have already turned my cardstock to an A2 side folding card. Notice that I did not add a score line yet. I'm going to do that at the very end, as I do not want to mess up my stamping. The idea is to have images stamped on the front and also on the back of the card. Some images are going to be partially stamped on both sides, and to make that stamping as perfect as possible, I'm not adding a score line at this moment. I did tape my paper down to my work surface to prevent it from moving and catching any of the extra ink that is going to be left on my craft mat from some partial stamping. I used removable adhesive from Scrapbook Adhesives to do that. It rubs up very easily and doesn't leave any marks. I'm going to begin by stamping a few trees on my card base. I want to create a winter scene with a few trees, a reindeer, and some snowflakes. Like I said before, I'm using Unicorn White pigment ink from Hero Arts. It's one of the best white inks out there. It creates a very nice and detailed impressions. It does take a bit longer to dry, but the result is absolutely worth it. Now, I did make a few marks with my pencil as to where the fold line is going to be so that I could plan my stamping a little better. Because I did not have the actual fold there, I needed to know where it was going to be so that I could align my stamping. I did stamp a few of the images so that they are visible on both the front and the back of the card. I did not mask either part, but created a continuous impression, so to speak. So I kept stamping my trees until I had the front and the back of my card filled. If you wanted to have different levels of intensity of your white ink, you could do second and even third generation stamping for some of your trees. Have those second and third impressions further back to create an illusion of depth. Next, I added my sentiment and moved on to stamping the little holiday ornaments and snowflakes. I wanted to make it look like the ornaments were hanging from the sentiment. I also added a few snowflakes, and I did do that second generation stamping trick here. I inked the snowflake stamp, stamped it once, and then stamped it again without re-inking. That resulted in a less vibrant impression. After my background was done, I moved on to stamping the reindeer. I first had it stamped in white ink. To make it stand out from the background a bit better, I decided to add a second color right on top of the first one. So I used a brown Capucho ink from Hero Arts and stamped my reindeer the second time. I had the bottom of the reindeer offset just a teeny tiny bit, as I wanted to leave more of that white in that open area. I think it turned out really nice. You can use just a brown ink if you wanted to have a darker impression, or stamp brown on top of the white like I did here for a more softer look. Now you can also do this card in reverse colors. You can have white cardstock and stamp everything in brown. Here's another card that I did using the same design but reverse colors. I think it also looks very nice. I then used my paper trimmer and my scoring blade and scored both cards at 4 1/4 inches to create A2 side folding cards. You will have to wait a little bit for the white ink to dry so that you do not smear it, or you can zap it with your heat tool if you like. I then rubbed away that removable adhesive that I added at the beginning and wrapped some twine from Spellbinders just to continue the natural echo look of my card and stamped the additional sentiment inside the card. I did add a few small gems inside the ornaments and snowflakes to give both of my cards a little bit of sparkle. So here are the two of my cards together, a craft one with white stamping and a white one with brown stamping. Both have images going from the front to the back. Thank you for watching. You can find the list of supplies to create these cards in the video description and also on my blog. If you're looking for more videos using products from Hero Arts, be sure to check out the link you see on the screen. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please click the thumbs up button. Thanks. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I have new videos coming out every week. Thanks and bye.